The guy's kind of got cars sprinkled all over the place sitting in storage. We happen to be at one of those places right now. One of the cars in here I actually registered at the Street Machine Nationals, which is coming up in like 3 or 4 days. And I didn't choose this car because it's reliable or I know it works. I mainly chose it because it's got a 4-speed and a blower, so you know that makes sense. Where it gets a little dicey for a guy is the car hasn't ran or moved in 2 years probably. And on top of that, I've got an hour-and-a-half drive home, so this should go great. Really hope I brought the right keys. So this car I built when I was a kid, knee-high to a grasshopper. Not that one. There she is. Many, many years ago. It's all built basically wrong, but it's fun to drive. Alright, let's get it uncovered and take a look at it. This is my 1971 Chevelle Malibu. Like I was saying, I built this actually when I lived in Montana a long time ago. It is a factory red car, but not this color. This is a 2003 Silverado SS. Did have the vinyl top right out of the plant, and of course didn't have the stripe option on there. And these are not the wheels that are supposed to be on it. The wheels that you see on the 69 Camaro are actually the wheels that came off of this, so definitely need to change on that before we get to the show. And let's crack it open and see how she did sitting. Alright, moment of truth. Oh, that one doesn't work. Oh, that one does work. Most importantly, we might even have a battery in here. And it might be good. That's literally never happened in my life. But I thought I took the battery out. Alright, all black interior buckets, 4-speed. And when I built this, I couldn't afford the SS dash conversion, so I just made my own kind of dash thingy in there. And then under the hood, we've got a very, very tired 355 with a 142 on it. And that's built all wrong because it's actually a high compression engine with a bracket cam in it. And then I did the right thing and just put some boost on it. So getting the air, fuel, and the timing set on that was a nightmare. So I need to refresh that. I need to put a different cam in it. And the interior still isn't finished, like some of those brackets and stuff like that. And can't remember what the trunk looks like, but we'll find out. Maybe that's what this one key is for. There we go. Oh yeah, here's the battery, and I cannot believe that I did not disconnect that. That seems a little odd. I did paint match the bumpers. I don't know if they match in this light or not. And a couple other things. It is lowered, Hotchkiss suspension. Hope it doesn't rain because there's no wipers on it. And I think that's it. Oh, you know what I forgot is fire maker. I guess we'll crank on it and see if it fires. I'm supposing a guy should probably check the fluids on this before we go crank her off. Well, that's blacker than my soul, so that's really good. It's right on the money. I'll just let that hang out. You know, I did bring some zinc stuff with me. I think I'm gonna just throw that in there and let it rejuvenate on the oil that's sitting in here. It's been sitting so long. It's got some water in it. That's all a guy really needs, right? I'm sure the gas is just completely rotten, which is perfect. So I'll throw some zinc in and then we'll twirl her off and see what happens, I guess. All right, snag some of this in here. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna spill this everywhere. Make a big smoke show. There we go. Oh, I really should have brought some decent gas, but that would make it too easy. I'm sure every seal in this thing is shot as well. There we go. Well, we'll just give her some cranks and see if we can get some fuel up to the carb, and hopefully it fires off. See what happens. It does smell nice in here. Well, good news is it's already building oil pressure. There's 35 pounds just cranking it over, so that's good. But let's take the air cleaner off and see if the old fuel shooter squirters are doing anything. And we might have to go find some fire maker. There's enough snow machines around here. We'll just shake it all out. All right. I already cut my thumb and I've only been here for 35 minutes. I can see moisture in there now. There we go. Now she's gonna fire. So let's try it again. All right, here we go. This cam normally idles around 1,000, 1,200, somewhere around there. I'm gonna crank her up about 17 clicks and see if I can get it to sit here and idle on itself. Get nice and warm that way. And I'm gonna say there. See what it does now. 150 pounds of oil pressure. Well, I think that's good enough to get me home. I did notice my really super cheap poly carburetor leaked all over my blower and stained it, so that's great. I'll deal with that later and figure out this tire issue, and then we'll see if we can crawl it out of here and get it in some daylight for the first time in a long time. Something like that. At first glance these don't look too bad, but then you can see down here they're really cracking. And I don't mind flat tires, but the part that scares me is when they blow apart and take out body panels that you spent 10 years getting straight. So I did bring a different tire and wheel with me. It's just a completely wrong application. I brought the good Harbor Freight compressor because they're really reliable and you know they work. Well, this is either going to blow my nose off or air up, I guess. Still got a bead, you might have a chance. What flavor do we have here? These are Goodyear V-Buzz 2. Probably the only valve stem cover cap I own. Alright, so we'll guess we're gonna see if we can just get it outside, see a little bit better. It's pretty dark in there. So we'll back her up and pull her up. First time outside in years. It was actually, although it was under cover, it's dirty. Well, this gas isn't good enough, but I don't know what's in it. This thing definitely likes 93 plus. Well, the guy went ahead and squeezed a few gallons of 91 in here. That'll do nothing. Brake master's sticky. The good news is I don't need brakes once you get on the interstate. You just never let off. As long as the tires don't blow out, I think we're going to be just fine. did a tire check, make sure I'm not missing any parts bigger than my head. And then squeezed in a couple more gallons of fuel trying to get that varnish crap out of there. That's a little noisier than I want it to be. Might have to look into that a little bit more. We're almost getting there though. Be a little bit longer. Well, she definitely ain't running right. The tires are drier than Crocodile Dundee's skin. Definitely don't know what the tune is. I'm sure the AFR is screwed. But we're still going to test on it. I'm just going to have to stay out of the boost. With a little bit of luck for once, we actually made it home. And now that we got it here, I have a huge list of things that I need to do on this car. We've got heads, we've got an actual blower cam, that would be nice. Got to fix the shifter, we got to put a steering column in it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do. But the first thing we got to do is figure out something better with the tires, and it starts with something like this. Them ought to hook a little bit better. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for riding with me today. Really appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.